we are facing very interesting time, as the old saying goes. Individuals can hardly be parted from their iPhone and almost get run over on roads. So one would think that means they're going to really reach out and bring everything into them. But as I talk to them, as we look at them, they are very inwardly oriented, inwardly focused, and not really interested in what is going on. I see it, for example, in talking to leading business schools, where I tried to find out where are the students, the graduating students with their MBAs, where are they going in terms of jobs? Well, it turns out they're all going to the East Coast. They're going to New York, they're going to Philadelphia, to Washington, D.C. But you talk to them about Cincinnati, Ohio, who cares that Procter & Gamble is there? They don't want to go there. Maybe San Francisco, that's one other alternative. But the rest, they don't care. And can you imagine what that means if you transpose that into the world? And that results in the fact that corporations are also more inward-oriented. Increasingly, if you look at the SEC registrations of new names, corporations have more domestic names, not anymore the universal, the global, the galactic touch. Students reduce the amount of involvement for foreign languages, are not very much interested in international studies. And in essence, we find that the big separation between generations is when it comes to the rule of law. The older generation very much believes in the rule of law that should dictate how things are conducted. But the younger generation, Generation X, or is it now Generation Z already, very often tells us, rule of law doesn't matter, who cares? Let's disregard that, let's do new things. And those are the ones who will guide our fortunes in the not too distant future. So we see change, there is change, and I'm sure when I look back at old books what our parents said about us and how disappointed they sometimes were and wondering whether we would do the right thing. I'm sure the new Generation Z will do the right thing, but given the conditions, given the environment, what they do may be quite different from what we're used to, what has been established. But just because it's been established doesn't mean it has to stay that way. And this is what we're looking at in our international marketing context. How do these changes affect us? And what effect do these affects have on people in the US, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America? There are lots of places where this can be researched, investigated. There are cultural differences, but the most important difference, I think, is a generational one.